Aaliyah, last year at this time, it seemed like the team was, for lack of a better word, tired mentally and physically. From the outside, there seems still to be a lot of energy, a lot of, positive stuff going on. Is it different this year than it was last year, say, at this time as you get into the February stretch drive?
For sure. What you're seeing from the outside is the same within us. And, even though we've had that one game where we weren't at our best and we didn't play to our best, we still are riding on this wave of keeping our momentum high and doing the things that we need to get back to and start building habits for when it really comes and we're challenged more in the season. So,
how do you think the team feels physically, again, in comparison to a year ago at this time?
Yeah, I think the team, for sure, during this time of the year, it does rely more on being more mentally tough than physically, because everyone's in the same boat. We're tired. We've probably played about 20 games now so far. So fatigue's gonna kick in, but again, as long as we're focused and we're concentrated and we're playing with effort, it's gonna take us far.
What was it like for you to go against one of the all-time greats here and then being able to pick her brain?
It's always great to reconnect with Tina. To have her in practice. We were going at it for about an hour and a half, and it was good. It's always good to play against a pro, and it's always good to learn from a pro as well. So you learn on the court and off the court with her, and she just has a great energy, and I think that to have all the alums, whenever they can, come back and practice with us, it's good, and it helps us be better.
You've been so consistent over the last few games. I mean, is there a point where you felt like everything kind of clicked for you this year, or has it just kind of been a slow build to this point?
I think it's been a slow build, but at the same time, just an emphasis on being consistent has always been there. I know what my team asks from me and what the coaches ask from me and what they need from me, so always just trying to be a solid player, doing the little things, doing whatever I can to get the dub is really what my mindset has been this past couple of games. But job's not done yet, and we're still pushing, we're still trying to accomplish what we want to get done. So just kind of stay confident and stay consistent.
You've been taking a lot of contact in the paint from defenses lately. I mean, do you feel like you've gotten better at kind of managing that kind of physicality this year?
It's all about composure. And coach always says, if someone's going to double team you, it's really accrediting to how good of a player you are. So I take that with pride, but you also got to play really smart with it. As we do here, we play hard, but the biggest thing is playing smart. So not focusing on what's happening, but focusing on what we got to do as a team and work as a team and beat the opponent as a team.
Why are you guys more fresh this year than last? I mean, you did still lose 5 players to season-ending injuries. You do have a thin roster. Have you just developed a different mindset to approach it, or has Coach been doing a better job giving you guys a little bit of time off and not playing you as many minutes?
I think it's a bit of both. It's a good balance for us, but at the same time, everyone's been stepping up and everyone's been playing to their strengths and playing at 150%, and it's all that coach asks us to do. We are with the 4-guard lineup. We have 2 freshmen in our starting lineup, so things are not usually how they were if we had a full roster, but a lot of people are stepping up and a lot of people are putting in the time and effort in the gym so that when we come to games, we're able to be productive and execute the things we need to do.
What has it been like being that steadying presence while so many people around you have gone down?
It's tough, but at the same time, as I said, it's really about heart and playing with our heart and putting all the effort we can out onto the court. Even though we're not at full capacity, we're still doing pretty well with the numbers we have and the people we have. But as I said, it's that time of the year where people can start fatigue kicking in, and as long as we stick with it and rely on one another and lean on one another, we'll be okay.
Aaliyah, Junior's talked about how his approach to y'all this season has changed, from summer even until now. As someone who's been to a national championship game with this program and knowing the legacy, how much have you read that change? How much do you think it has helped or maybe changed the way that you and your teammates have operated?
I think, as you saw, it's just lighter. And even though there's a lot of heavy stuff surrounded by our team, you know, all these guys out and all these injuries, we're just staying light, keeping the energy up, and getting in and out for practice. So I think Coach has done a really great job of being intentional with what he wants to get done. What are the things that we're working on, both on the defensive and offensive end, but with us also focusing on, even though we're not spending a lot of time in the gym, it's just the quality and what we get done within that time is being effective for us. So
He said that part of his approach is he doesn't look at this right now as how do we get that national championship. And he said in the past there has been that kind of view.
Yeah.
Do you guys just look at it, how do we get a little bit better each day, or do you believe, you know what, if we do things right, we're going to get to that title?
Yeah, I think it's a day-by-day process, and living in the moment, playing in the moment, and just staying present. And as you said, we're taking it game by game. We're not looking too far ahead. So we're going to focus on St. John's tomorrow, and then whatever's to come will come. But as Coach said, yeah, obviously our goal is to make it back to that natty. Before that, our goal is to win the Big East conference. So it's little things, little milestones that we know that we want to accomplish, but we're staying in the present and staying steady.
Have you guys had a chance to see the first episode of Sue's Places with Gino milking the cow?
Oh my gosh, I saw so many clips, and the way he's talking to the cows like they're players is just hilarious. So definitely most of the things that he said, he's definitely said to me or said to the team, so definitely can relate. But it's funny, and I'm great. It's great to see Sue just embrace that and embrace her roots, and also just be able to showcase that for women's basketball. It's a great thing that they're doing for her.
I know I read a piece a little while ago about how you talked about being up in Canada and not being recruited yet by Gina as a sophomore, but now you're an All-American, you're the most improved player in the Big East, you're looking toward the WNBA. How does it feel having progressed from where you were to where you are now?
Yeah, it's great. I think in life it's good just to reflect and see how far you've come, but also what's more to come for you as well. And I think it also plays into just being grateful and thankful for the people and the relationships you've built along the way. So definitely coming here, great decision for me, building relationships that I have with my teammates and also with Coach, and being the coach that he is. He's helped me for the past couple of years, and I think that I'm right where I need to be, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
There was such a drastic difference between you guys as a team against Notre Dame when Nika was in foul trouble and wasn't playing, up to her standard. How important is she to this program, and how far you go when she's locked in and doing things the right way?
Super important. As you said, when she got out, we were out of rhythm, out of our flow. Nothing was really falling for us. We couldn't be as aggressive defensive end or offensive end. So there was definitely a shift. But at the same time, it's almost to the point where we have to be perfect each and every game. But it's not easy to ask somebody to be perfect. But it's more about doing more good things than bad things. So even though, she got out, I think that as a team, we still tried to hold our own out there, but at the same time, we need us three as the leaders to step up, and then have the freshmen and whoever's coming off the bench to bring that energy and to bring even more. So it's just a collective effort at the end of the day.
As you hit the second half of conference play, is it getting real for some of you guys that, especially the three of you, that this might be your last season together and all of that?
I think the biggest thing with that is you're going to have to play teams twice now, and you're seeing matchups, but at the same time, the other team's going to come in with even more energy than you last seen them. So it's more about concentration and focus. This really picks up in the second half of the season. And I think that also on our end, we're just trying to make sure that we're sustainable with our energy and what we're trying to accomplish and execute on the defensive and offensive end.